I'm already a mess. What's going on, everybody? It's Ricky with Video Homicide. Very unprofessional tonight. I'm eating. I need to eat, all right, to get my strength up for this fucking stream. Last weekend, I tried to do a stream. It was a complete and utter failure. I ended up eating a substantial amount of edibles, and it just kicked me in the ass. I'm back on the edible kick because it, to the point, you know? Like, you eat some edibles, and then the next, like, it's not like, you know, the same as smoking a joint, we'll say. But yeah, happy Friday night. Hope that everyone's had a fantastic week. Today was a fucking busy day, but I'm glad that I could hop on here and spread the fucking gospel that is CINEMA187. Anyways, a zine I've been teasing for like the last little while. There's 22 pages done. All right, this isn't CINEMA187, it's issue 6. This is its own thing, standalone zine. I did fucking 22, it's either 21 or 22 drawings, and pretty much ready to print that. Well, I got to do the cover, back cover, inside front, inside back, and it'll be all done. It's kind of a passion project, if you want to say that. Hasn't been a very heavy movie watching experience for me as of late. Although I did watch The Beyond on Tubi. I think it was on, yeah, it had to have been on Tubi. And I watched I watched something else, but I totally forget what it was. For fuck's sakes. Let me just confirm that we are that we're rolling live. Because I've said before in the past, I've been fucking streaming on here before with this app, and then all of a sudden, it's like, no, you're not. And you're just a fucking blank screen. VHS Banter. Let's see here. Okay. I got audio. Pop. Fuck's sakes. I don't know. Audio. Oh, yeah, we're good. Okay. Mute this shit. Okay. Back to the fucking thing here. Kayla666, what's going on, cutie? For fuck's sakes. That's the problem with having this TV so high. It's like you gotta fucking look up. Oh, I guess I could look at this. What am I talking about? Yeah, it's been productive with all these fucking drawings. Like, I think hopefully by maybe by the end of the weekend I'll have either a cover or back cover done. I mean, I have a what do you call it? Rough draft of the well, actually, of the inside back cover and the back cover. So it's going to be not too bad. And I'm also doing it in a smaller size, and I think I mentioned that last video. I'm not doing it in like the 8 by 5. What is it? 8.5 by 5.5. I'm not. It's going to be a bit smaller than that, just because to conserve ink, and also I like the size, and I want to be able to have a full bleed, because you know, all the 187s, like, I wish that I had the ability to cut those, so you know the edges were crisp, but it's impossible to find something that can cut through that shit, because you got to think it's 20 fucking pages folded in half. You know what I mean? Or maybe more. I don't even know. Like, the last one was so goddamn thick, my stapler could barely handle it. I'm telling you, this stapler right here, and I'm not exaggerating, I've probably done like over 1,000 zines with this, and it owes me nothing, but it's just like this part right here where you can adjust the size. It slides around and shit. It's not the best. Like I would recommend this, but if you're stapling like shit the size of 187 number 5, good luck. You know what I mean? Same with even some of the other 187s are pretty goddamn thick, to be honest with you, but it can become a nightmare when you're digging staples out because they only halfway got, folded in. So, and I've had to dig out hundreds of staples because of this fucking thing. It's like when I was doing 187 number 5, like I'd staple like one would be okay, and then like 6 would be a nightmare. And I almost gave up, and I couldn't though because I fucking locked myself in the room here, almost literally. Like I had paper everywhere. There was paper on the desk, paper on the chair, paper on the floor over here, on the floor back there, and I was just like collating the stuff. You know what I mean? Just walking around the fucking room in circles, putting all these in one pile. You know what I mean? Like making it so it's when you open the pages, it reads in order, which is something I think people don't really think of when it comes to making zines, or people that might not know in general, because if you don't print it in a certain order with the pages on certain sides of different pieces of paper, you're going to end up with a nightmare. You know what I mean? Paper is going to end up upside down. Articles are not going to be fucking in order. You might get half an article here and then like the rest of it in the back. It's tricky dicky stuff. So I've done it quite a few times now. Like I can format the zine pretty easily on Microsoft Publisher, but it's kind of a tedious process because Microsoft Publisher won't export in a certain like when there's a certain amount of pixels per square inch or whatever, like PPI. Like if it's like a high DPPI or high D, that word, whatever the resolution type is from when you're scanning something. Like if the higher it is, the more likely you're going to run into problems on Microsoft Publisher, because when you go to export it, go to save it as a PDF or something, get ready for print, you'll fucking open up the file and like half of the images are not going to be there. So I would definitely recommend doing it one page at a time. So one piece of paper at a time. So that's 4 pages if you're doing an 8.5 by 5.5 zine, which is like the standard for me at least. Yeah, it's a shame that that stapler situation has become into a problem, because like now I looked up a stapler on Amazon. It's like $40, goes through like 50 pieces of paper, which is good. You know what I mean? So I'm hoping that I can get that. Like I've also like thought about like the perfect binding thing again, but I don't know if I want to go down that fucking road. There's that lulu.com that does it, and then there's like a Canadian one. The lulu.com one, it actually looks like it's in Canadian prices, like from the jump. It's not like, it says like let's say it says $19.99, and then all the fucking sudden you're paying like $70. But the thing that they have there, one of their options is you can just print one. And I think one is like $18 or something like that. And it's worth it to me to send the files in and at least try one in perfect binding. And if it's like immaculate to the point of like no return, then that's going to be something I have to look into in the future. I've talked about it in the past, but it is like, it's kind of a, nightmare doing it locally. I feel like if I did it online, I'm going to have less of a hassle, but that's not to say I haven't had success with printing companies in the past. I have, but it just can become a nightmare, like the back and forth of it and all that shit. Like there's too much middleman bullshit. You just want some fucking stickers printed and it takes like over a couple weeks. Like that's ridiculous. When I used to walk in there, I would walk in there with a fucking USB, say print please. They would print, give this back, give me my prints, I'd pay the fucking piper, and then that was it. Now it's like, no, fuck you. It's one of the main reasons I got this printer, is to say fuck off to all print companies and stuff. I'm gonna have a bite of this sandwich. Turned into a fucking mukbang. Anyways, I'm gonna pull up This is totally fucking unrelated to anything we are just talking about, but Jim Rugg finally made a post on Instagram saying that he's going to be at some convention, whatever it is, which is good to hear from him because I was worried about that guy too. That was like, you know, one of the main things I've been watching recently. Like as of recently, I watched a bunch of the Robert Crumb videos, a bunch of the I forget what the fuck it was, maybe Comics Journal. Something like I've watched, like I think I've seen every Wizard episode. I go back to the Wizard episodes every once in a while, but I don't really give a fuck too much because they don't show stuff that I really care about. Like Kayfabe has done a lot of videos on stuff that I'll probably never read, and even if I seen it in public, I'd be like, eh. But let's say they did 100 videos, like 35 of them are fucking killer. You know, even the ones I thought I'd never watch. Like I'm so happy that, like, that's why I owe it to Kayfabe. Like a lot of stuff I found, like I didn't know about Sam Keith before. I think he did The Pit, and I think I had an issue with The Pit, but I think like seeing that, I think it's called Bloodthirsty or Blood Hungry, the Sam Keith Wolverine story, man. Holy shit, that guy's a fucking beast. Like those are like Sam Keith and like even like I like Dan Klaus and I like who else is in that vein? Let's just say, okay, so I like Dan Klaus, but I don't really give a shit about the stuff he's talking about. I think it looks amazing, but I just don't care. Like I've looked at some stuff on Internet Archive. That's a place, like I got Squeak the Mouse and fucking Air Pirate Funnies. I've showed that in the video like last week or whatever. But no, I just don't really. I've read Art School Confidential. I've read a few other things that I found online from 8Ball. Like I haven't watched all through. And like I said, I like the way it looks, but it's just not the kind of stuff I want to read. I found out about myself. I like crime comics and I like fucking underground, just sleazy bullshit. You know, that was cool. Like rewatching the Fritz the Cat kayfabe video, like because like I've been wanting to reread it and just throwing it on in the background. Like I watched it last night, the Fritz one. Like I ate a fucking knot of an edible. I just down the hatch and then watched a few episodes. Me and Kayla, she didn't eat any edibles. We were smoking dope and stuff though. But yeah, she passed out and then there I am watching kayfabe. Fucked. It's a good time. It's a good time. And like I said, it's still a fucking valuable resource. Think of all the goddamn stuff that you found out about. Like I'm talking about myself. Like I found so much good stuff there. And you know, it's a shame that it came to an end the way it did. But you know, we still have like a treasure trove, basically. Like that fucking From Hell video, man, that they did. I still watch that shit from time to time because you can't find From Hell anywhere around here. I've never seen it in a store ever. Maybe a long time ago when I didn't give a shit, but you know, there used to be at my comic shop, Heroes, like the one I went to like my whole fucking life, basically. They still kind of do, but they used to have more selection. They had like an Alan Moore and Frank Miller section. They were on top of each other, and there was tons of stuff. But you know, I walked past that the Elektra Assassin like hardcover book. It was like $105. Like that fucking thing is so out of print. Like you cannot find it. Maybe you can if you're lucky. Like $110 is a lot of money. You know what I mean? It's fucking Bill Sienkiewicz, but $105 for a book, man. That is, you could get a lot. You could probably grab like a couple of good like underground hardcovers for that price. Like you'd probably get two. I think that my copy of I only have one Robert Crumb sketchbook. It's volume 2, and I think I paid like $50 for it, which is awesome. Cammy's in the house. What's going on? I'm just bullshitting right now. I've teased this zine for the last little while. I already mentioned this earlier, but I'll just say it again. This is a solo zine, and so far, all the inside pages are done. So there's 22 drawings right there. And all I have to do is the front inside cover, front or a back inside cover and back cover. And I've already got them all planned out. So it's just a matter of doing those. And then I have another fucking zine in the books. How you doing? That one's super secret. No one knows about it. Radio knows about it. My wife knows about it. That's it. So it's going to be killer diller. It's basically for, I don't want to give anything away. So we'll just leave it at that. You're on a, I'm on a rip. Trust me. I'm in a fucking, you know, what does that guy say when he gets fucking arrested? That one guy from that video, he's like, this is destiny manifest. Or whatever the fuck. That's how I feel. Like I'm on a fucking, you know, because like I feel like doing it, this was a lot of fucking drawing, right? Every drawing basically took like at least half an hour, I would say, because I timed some of them. But I know I have like the vision for it. I know what it's going to look like, and I'm excited. So that is going to come out. That's going to be done probably, I would say, like by the end of the month, that will see print. I'll guarantee that. And same with 187 number 5. Like I've gotten a 5-page comic submitted already. I've got that page that you did, Cammy. I got 2 from Jamie Filer, who's a fucking 187 alumni. Who else? I know I have. Carl Dahmer's gonna come back. Pretty sure Dunwich Creations is coming back. I'm just gonna send the word out to I've sent the word out, but like I'm gonna like send like personal invitations to like previous fucking people that have submitted and be like, hey, like you want to get down again. Like there's some people that I would really like to see grace the fucking pages of 187. It's quite the thing. I don't think I'm gonna be doing like as much shit as I did for the last one. I'm going to put all my focus into the comic that I'm going to be putting in. And that way, because like that last one, I did like 5 or 6 drawings just for like filler. And I was like, you know what? I don't want this to like, I don't want this to be just like a fucking look at my shit. I want to have a comic in it. That's basically I want to do the cover and the comic, and then people just send whatever the fuck they send. It's grown into a fucking pretty crazy thing, so I'm obsessed with it. I gotta eat this sandwich though. I have this stack of ideas. Okay, and this is it right here. Fuck. Shit's dropping. But these are just like ideas for like drawings and comic pages and different shit. Like there's a piece. I think that I did a finished piece of that in 187 number 5, but like the guy with getting the hammer to the head, and there's like the blood drunk cover page, like super fucking early stuff. Comics. I've never seen the light of day. Oh my god. This is fucked. I forgot all about this, but there's like a guy in the bathroom with fucking hook hands, flies everywhere. Shit like that. So I love doing the comic stuff. Like this guy messaged me out of the blue, said, hey, I want to do in the fucking comic. I want to do a comic in the book. I said, sure, get it to me by the 1st of September. If the next, like fucking 2 hours later, boom. Here, come on. You're right. It has. But that's good because it's all over the world. It's universal. And it all started from like a fucking stupid joke about Dawn of the Dead. I'm still trying to get my shit together with my comic. It takes time. It takes fucking time. Like I said, with that blood drunk, sometimes I would take like a week off. I just couldn't fucking do it. I was also in pain because of the fucking dot work, but The thing, but you're also working at like a big scale, right? It's almost better though to work big because that way you can add more detail, you know? Because fuck, that Filthy Ralph comic, the second one with the black cover, that was all done on like super small paper, and it was a nightmare, dude. Total fucking nightmare. I look at that and I love it, but still I'm like, fuck. I was trying to be like Robert Crumb because I wanted to do it all on one, and like it's inside of a sketchbook. I just looked up and like there's me on the screen. I gotta put something on the screen. Oh fuck. That's exactly why I went that big. Yeah. Well, it's like I said, way more detail. And you need that sometimes. Sometimes you don't. But there's a I don't know if I just sounded like I was from Texas there for a minute, but there's a comic book shop that I want to fucking get to. But listen to this crazy story real fast. Last weekend, I'm walking into the comic shop and I get a phone call from one of my friends that I haven't talked to in a while. And I missed the call because I like thought I heard my phone ring, and I look, phone call ends. I call him back. What's up, buddy? He's like, are you just walking into Kellogg's, which is where the comic shop that I'm talking about is at? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, oh, come outside. So I go back outside, and there he is with like a whole fucking slew of like my old high school friends. And they had just been to a funeral of one of our old homies, right? And like I heard he passed, but like we've been disconnected for like 15 years, but ended up staying there for like fucking 2 hours at this, like it's a veterans bar, but like they were renting it out, and shot the shit with some homies that I haven't seen in a long time. And I actually got a photo. Like this is like one of my oldest buddies, like Cody. I mentioned him whenever I talk about Blood In, Blood Out, because he's the one that told me about that movie. So here we are, two homies from back in the day. It's crazy, man. Crazy cool. Like, I mean, it sucks that George died, but you know, it's crazy. Like shit like that always brings people together. So it's fucked. But I missed the comic shop closed, so I didn't get to go. Which, like, you know, first world problem, but maybe I'll stop by this weekend. I put up a Fulci movie list of my faves. What's yours? My favorite Fulci film is probably City of the Living Dead, followed by New York Ripper, followed by House or Beyond. Honestly, this might be blasphemy to some, but I think those movies are equally fucking amazing. So I could take either one of those. Those could be like one after the other. Zombie, obviously. I think Zombie is fucking amazing, but I think those other movies are just as good or better. Who else or what else? Shit. I haven't seen like that many other Fulci films, to be honest. Like I've seen the Black Cat. What else was there? Ah, fuck. I'll probably think of some other ones when I'm laying in bed at fucking later on. Zombie's good. The thing about Zombie, excuse me, the thing about Zombie that I love so much is there's so many memorable moments. You know what I mean? Like I think that opening scene, like after the opening scene, but like the scene where the boat's going into fucking the New York like river, Hudson River, whatever that fucking river's called, and that big fat zombie's on there. I love that. I would love to, if I was gonna cosplay as anything, it would be either that fucking fat zombie or it would be Captain Spaulding. I would love to. I would love to dress up as Captain Spaulding for some Halloween shit. I hope fucking kids like trick or treat, because I would love to hand out candy. I haven't done that in years, and I haven't been able to at the apartment. So scare the shit out of some kid. Have you seen Sodama's Ghosts? Nazis, Lesbians, and Ghosts? I've not. Are those Fulci? Fuck's sakes. My computer needs to be dusted. Holy shit. Sorry, I know I'm just sitting here eating, but I'm just trying to put something on the background. Piece of shit. Fuck. There's a really good like compilation, but it's like a compilation of documentaries about Beavis and Butthead. It's on YouTube. Check that shit out, Cammy, if you're on here. Devil's Honey isn't horror, but Euro cult thriller. Insane. Yeah, I've never seen it. Just a couple of titles people don't talk about. Oh, titles. I love B&B. Yeah, Beavis and Butthead are fucking sick. That Facebook group is good too. You know, Cammy, you know what's fucking crazy is I almost got the urge the other night to get back into that Cartoonist Kayfabe Facebook group just to like see. Oh, I just cracked my neck. Just to see like what the fuck the banter is. Especially like ever since like once Jim uploaded that fucking thing that he's going to be going to that convention, I was like, fuck, everyone's probably like, Jim's back. And like, you know, I'm happy, man. I want that guy to start uploading fucking videos of just him talking. He better, the cunt. Because I need my fix, man. Cartoonist Kayfabe is America's cup of coffee. I'm a fucking mess tonight, man. I need to grab an edible. Is what I need, because all I'm on right now is this fucking vape pen. It's good, don't get me wrong. But I need to get euchred. It's Friday night. You got the moves. You know, I've been wanting to watch fucking. Oh, there's this really good podcast, Cammy. You might like. Check it out. It's called I think it's called Inside of You with Michael Rosenbaum or Rosenberg. But he did a fucking good podcast with Edward Furlong. And his life is like, the story is crazy as fuck. Check that out. And I started the one he did with Kevin Smith, but I only watched a few minutes of it because like I'm not a Kevin Smith hater or anything like that, but I've always just been kind of like on him. But recently I've been wanting to check out, you know, not Clerks, but Mall Rats and Jane Silent Bob Strike Back. Like, those are the ones that and Clerks 2. I think Clerks 2 is like one of the funniest fucking movies I've ever seen in my life. You know, especially like with Randall and Dante. Like, there's that one scene where Randall's fighting with that kid, and he's talking all that shit about Lord of the Rings. Like, that is just, oh my god. It must be so hard for him. He'll have to address it. Yeah, he's probably like, address it already, Jim. Come on, Jimmy. You know, get it fucking going. We all miss Ed, but fuck kayfabe, man. If he doesn't continue it, that's bullshit. Furlong is nuts. He's off all the dope and stuff now, so that's good. And I know people that dope will kill them, dope has killed them, and dope could have killed them. and to get off of it is a feat, and to stay off it is even more of a fucking feat. So kudos to him. I know motherfuckers that well, I don't even want to get into it, but dope as fuck. Like weed is fine, but like people that are fucking popping pills, powders, syringes, all that shit, it's fucked. KS, Kevin Smith, latest stuff has been questionable. Red State is good. What's that Red State one about? Is there not a Red State movie about like the Catholic Church being sexual predators? Radio's in the house. What's going on, Radio? Radio, look at this. I've already showed this like 10 times, but that zine I was telling you about, all the interior is done. There's 22 pages, and all I got to do is the covers, and I'll have that zine will be done. Yeah, very happy about that. But anyways, we're just bullshitting here. But like one of the reasons I love Mallrats so much is because there's a scene with the comic book. Like he's talking about comics. He's in his basement with a bunch of comics. Like Lost Boys was like the only fucking movie I had for a long time that had scenes of a comic shop inside of it. And then, Mallrats comes along. There's a scene of a bunch of comics in a guy's basement, which I relate to back in the day. And, just all the comic banter and just like all of that stuff felt so. I think a lot of people feel like that movie is like made about them, but I really dig on break night right now. Hell yeah! Congrats on the zine. I really dig Smith Dogma before. I've seen Dogma. That's the one with Chris Rock, right? Like the devil or some shit. Red State is religious fanatic craziness. Okay, yeah, that stuff fucking pisses me off though. I don't know if I could watch that movie because it just makes me mad. Like they'll be at like a fucking veteran's funeral, and like they'll be like standing out front of it and like fucking like chanting and stuff. It's like, are you fucking kidding me, man? Like this kid basically gave his own fucking life, hopefully for fighting for what he thought was right. And you're gonna fuck with that? His family? No. True, especially like yesterday was fucking the anniversary of D-Day, or like technically 2 days ago, but man, those guys are fucking, all those old boys, man, they're getting up there. And the 80th anniversary. Like some of these motherfuckers are like 100 years old and shit. True Romance is another that featured comics in. Of course, True Romance. Cute. My fucking wife, I almost said fucking Kayla or Cutie. Like Cutie is what I call her, but like, she said that was me. Like the Christian Slater character was like me, the way I was. I don't know. You haven't seen True Romance? Yo, True Romance is sick, dude. It's so fucking good. It's really good. True Romance and fucking like Leon the Professional and Natural Born Killers, like all those movies, like they make for good banter and like marathons and shit like that. Because like earlier I was thinking at work, I was like, okay, let me think of some movies from like back in the day. So they're like from my childhood. So The Mummy and Deep Blue Sea. I think those are two of like the best movies that came out when I was a kid that I was conscious of. You know what I mean? Like obviously movies came out that were better and worse and all that stuff in that era. But I'm just saying personally, I saw both those in theater. Love both of them. That's how I know LL Cool J, is because of that fucking movie. And then I remember one time I watched a documentary on LL Cool J, and I thought he was like the fucking shit. True Romance, a Sicilian speech is oh yeah. He like compares them to black people or some shit, right? It's been a while since I watched that. Probably since when I've been married to Kayla. Well, like we've been together for like, I don't know if this is going into the 7th year or what the fuck it is, 7, 8, I don't know. But we watched that when we first, because we were friends for 2 years first. We were friends, And then I asked her out like a few times, and then she said no. And then eventually she asked me out, and I was like, "How you doing?" And then fucking 6 years later, I asked her to marry me, and now here we are living in a house together. It's trippy. But yeah, it's all because of true romance. That Sicilian speech. What the fuck is the movie called? Shit. I could be thinking of True Romance. Is Gary Oldman in True Romance? Doesn't he play like a Rasta kind of guy or something? The Matrix were what I liked as a kid. They were a little overrated today, but they were huge back then. Dead Blue Sea was oh yeah, fuck yeah. Matrix is good, man. The first Matrix is fucking sick. The rest of them I don't give a shit about. I can just take that first one and be done with it. Ill Fusion is in the house. What's going on, homie? Drexel. Yeah, he was like the pimp or some bullshit, right? Yeah, okay, that's what he's talking about. It's crazy because like Gary Oldman, he's been in so many fucking good movies. It's hard to keep track of all of them. Like, what the fuck are some other good ones? Well, when I think of Gary Oldman, I think of Commissioner Gordon. I also think of him as that Russian fuck from that one airplane film. What was that called? That airplane movie. President's on Board or some shit. I forget what the fuck it's called, but he was in that. I liked him in Leon the Professional. He plays like that fucking, I think he's a crooked cop or somebody. That scene where he like eats the pill, like in that real fucked up fashion. Oh, it's such a good flick. He's good as Dracula, of course. I'm trying to think of some other stuff. I'm sure there's a bunch of shit I'm missing. I often compare Gary Oldman to the likes of like what's his name? The guy that played Bill the Butcher in Gangs of New York. What the fuck's that one called? What's that act? Daniel Day-Lewis. I compare those guys from time to time. State of Grace is amazing with Sean Penn. If that's the one you're talking about. It's a good one. Sid Vicious. Sid and Nancy. I've seen Sid and Nancy about 1,000 fucking times when I was a kid. Can't believe I forgot about that one. My dad used to always play that, and he used to play fucking the Great Rock and Roll Swindle. I think it is Radio. Luke Benson or some shit. He also did La Femme Nikita, I believe, as well. There's a few fucking movies like going back to Ill Fusion, like the State of Grace thing, like State of Grace, Bad Boys, and Colors. I think those are the quintessential Sean Penn films. Fuck Milk and fuck I Am Sam. Fucking I Am Sam. Remember that film? I thought that movie was fucked because I knew about Pac-Man, and I was like, this is Pac-Man. He's playing this fucking guy that's working at a fucking coffee shop or whatever. He did. He went full retard in that film. That movie's fucking whack. I don't care what anyone says. I'd rather not watch I Am Sam ever again. They should have just got like nowadays they just get a motherfucker that has like you know, a disability or whatever, you know, whatever it is. Like just get a real fucking person, you know. They'll represent themselves. They don't need some fucking like I think fuck. I think that movie The Ringer with Johnny Knoxville, I think they used real fucking people. Just use real people. Anyways, Bad Boys I always love with Sean. Oh, me too, dude. Love it. Love it. When I was a kid, my mom always used to say shithouse. Because like when Sean, for those of you that have not seen Bad Boys, it started like this is not the fucking Will Smith, Martin Lawrence bullshit. It's about Sean Penn. He plays this badass teenager who's friends with fucking fucking Cameron Fry is like his buddy, and they intend to rob this drug deal where it's these black dudes and there's these Spanish dudes, and the drug deal goes bad. He ends up killing the Spanish drug dealer's kid brother and goes to prison. and then later on, the Spanish dude rapes Sean Penn's girlfriend, gets himself thrown in the jail, and then it's like, you know, the movie's crescendo or whatever is basically a fight between them two to the death, and it's so good. It's so good. That's the thing. Like when you think, like, some of the best fucking movies, some of my favorite movies are fucking movies based on prison. Shawshank Redemption, phenomenal. Blood In, Blood Out, amazing. Bad Boys, fuck yes. American Meat, pretty goddamn good. That movie, I think it's called Animal Factory with not Sean Penn, excuse me, Edward Furlong and fucking William Dafoe. Dude, there's some killer flicks out there. People just don't fucking dig deep enough. They only want to watch Marvel movies right now. And like all I ever hear is about how bad those movies are. And it's like, well, you guys are fucking watching them. Someone's watching them. They would not be making them all still. It's bullshit. There's this movie Shortcuts with Chris Penn. That's real. I like Chris Penn. Loved him. I always loved him in Reservoir Dogs. So he was one of my favorite characters. I don't know who's got the diamonds. I don't know who's alive. I don't know who's dead. I don't know who's caught. I don't know who's not. Like all that shit when he's on the phone. And like the whole scene, like for the opening scene when you first, not the opening scene, but when you first meet Eddie in the story chronologically, when Vic Vega, Michael Madsen, is being talked to by Lawrence Tierner's character, and there's like, it's like, I think it's a close up of his feet. It's quick moving, and it shows his face, and you can tell like you know, they're known to each other, friends or whatever, and like that whole fucking scene I think is so goddamn good. Like, and I love how like the old man lets it go on for a while, and then after a while he's like, all right, that's enough. Like he gets his fun, he gets his fill. I love when he goes, how about little Remy Martin? Love that shit, man. All right, fellas, I'm going to bed. Thanks for stopping by, Cammy. Have a great weekend too. I'm probably gonna make a video over the weekend. If I do, you'll see it. If not, you won't. Thanks for stopping by. But fuck, I don't know. I've been on a pretty good roll on this fucking zine for the last couple of weeks, so, or like maybe last 2-3 weeks, I would say, is how long it's taken me to get this far. It involves a lot of fucking drawing. It's all traditional drawing, pencil, and then fucking ink, and then the fucking dirty old like, so what I'll do is I draw on the pencil, and then I put ink on it, like a 003, and then, or excuse me, a 03, and then I erase all my pencil. And then because I erased the pencil, some of like the ink kind of like didn't rub away, but it just sort of like lightened or whatever. So I go over everything again, and then I add my details after that. So this is it though. This is fucking mental. 22 pages. I don't even know what the fuck I didn't like wasn't supposed to go this crazy, but it ended up happening. So stay tuned for what this is. Wow. Yeah. I think this is going to be cool. It's going to be cool. The only thing that's going to be digital about it is the fact that it's edited digitally and it's not fucking, you know, traditional zinester shit where you got the fucking, you know, the tape and the glue out and all that stuff. I've never made a zine like that where it's sort of like, you know, put together with means of scissors and glue and shit like that. It looks dope. I'd love to. I love when people take like old magazines and shit, or even new magazines, cut stuff out and then like collage work it. I always like that stuff. I like when it's physical too. Like, people do it online and stuff. That's fine, but getting the fucking scissors out and really cutting shit, that's the way to go. Yeah. I should mention the reason why VHS is in the title of this fucking video. So, I've been going through all my shit, and I found, I knew I had like a bunch of fucking blank tapes, but I want to do some copies of all my short films on VHS tape, and then see, what happens. See if anyone wants to fucking buy one or something. I want to do like an all new cover, all that stuff. I can print stickers out for like the middle of the tape and that kind of shit. So. Nice. Yeah, I penciled the back for 6. I've been plugging along on the comic. Yeah. My comic, I haven't done anything. I have 7 pages of layouts. So I don't want to start doing it in pencil till I have it all laid out completely, because I don't want the costume. Like I don't want to, like, I have a decent idea of how like the main character is gonna look and how like the main other guy is gonna look, but yeah, I did like a thing like it's no spoiler that it's a western. It's set in a western setting. Set in a western setting, but this is just like a very rough like idea. Filthy Ralph, gunslinger, bandit, murderer, a bunch of fucking color tests. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, we got till September 1st, and I mean that's gonna be here any fucking second, basically. I'm just eating the salt off this plate because it's delicious. I fucking read my comic, Blood Drunk, for the first. I read it yesterday in the car because I just had a copy in the car, and I sat there. I mean, like, there's one fucking word, but I was like, I looked at all the pages, and I was like, dude, I love this thing. I love how it turned out. And then like I look at my old Filthy Ralph one, and I'm like, sort of like not like the embarrassment of it, but just like the way that how you're hard on your own stuff, right? And like now, like that's sort of just kind of like breezed past me, if that makes sense. Links are sometimes layout, so I try to keep going as my story comes together. But I gotta get back. Have a good weekend. Yeah, have a good weekend too, dude. I think I'm gonna cut this stream anyway because it's been going for almost an hour, and I want to kind of fucking work on these covers. So hopefully there'll be a video through over the weekend, and if not, there won't be. But we'll see what happens. I'm going away next weekend. There's gonna be no streaming, but maybe I can stream from up north. I'm going up north. I'll just leave it at that. So. Anyways, thanks for watching. 666. Hit me up if you want to get any copies of 187 at cinema.187 on Instagram. And that'll be it. So we'll leave it at Motorhead.